fire. Stay down, stay down. No, goddammit, hold your fire. Stay still, nobody fire. We got it. I don't know we're here. Stay down. Fire. No, goddammit. They don't know we're here. Stay down, stay still. Don't fire.
I don't see any ordnance. Think they're going home.
No, they'll be back. We still got planes on the ground.
All right, you pilots, listen up. Get all the airspeed you can coming off the runway. Don't get on the stick till you get to the very end. When you get in the air, stay low between the buildings. You see any Zero in your tail, try to wipe him off. Don't freeze, all right?